Hello and welcome to Saving Life. It is only me today, as you can see, and I'm not in the usual place. Reason being that it is a holiday in Austria today. And so I also have to admit, I cannot tell you how long I will be with you today, just so you know, and that you have a heads up. But Danielle and I talked about it if we should do it today, and I'm like, well, if he cannot do it, I'd like to do it anyway because it's a 2 week schedule, and yeah, I just want to be here. Okay, well then, I hope the stream is working. On my end, everything looks fine so far, and I don't see anyone yet, so I'm not 100% sure if it's me or if it's actually something broken. Yeah, okay, it works. Works at least on my phone. Maybe you have holiday as well, but if you're watching this back, that of course is fine also. Okay, cool. Topics for today. I know I did not announce anything, mainly as well because I was not sure how long I can make it today. So everything is a little bit mixed in. The main thing I wanted to talk with y'all about today is our new chatbot in the Discord, and also maybe just in general talk about Discord, how it fits in. And if you guys aren't on Discord yet, on our Discord, please join us. We're like, I think, over 700 people there already. We're growing. There are a lot of cool people there helping out. But also now there is a new chatbot in there as well. And we would like to test it, like to figure out how good it is, if it actually brings value, if it helps you. It, of course, is trained on the information that we already provided, that is already out there. So we know that our documentation wasn't the best beforehand, and we, of course, need to improve for the future. But so if the chatbot gives you bad answers, it's not just the chatbot itself who's to blame. It's also our documentation as well as the wiki, maybe as well. But as far as I can tell, Kappa AI, who's doing the chatbot training and who's doing the implementation, they're up to retraining it in the future. So, and also through feedback, user feedback, after each answer it gives, it lets you do a thumbs up and thumbs down. There even was a question about this today regarding what is all included in the thumbs up. Like, is it only that it is a good answer, but is it also that it is a complete answer? Because an answer can be correct but incomplete. What would you pick then? I don't know. Great question in the Discord. And I think Finn from Kappa AI is on the Discord as well. I'd say just add him and ask him directly. From my conversation with the two people behind Kappa AI, I feel like we are an interesting community for them as well. I think we're fairly well engaged and fairly active on the Discord. So thank you for being part of that community. And so I guess they'd like to test how well it works, how well it integrates through an active community like ours. I think the wiki ate that article, but I even wanted to create an article on the wiki describing on how to sort of like post Discord links if you are in a conversation with the bot and the bot gives you a weird answer and you're not sure, how you sort of like copy a link to that specific answer and post it, and then maybe community helps community channel just to bring more people in and ask them, is this correct? Or is the bot hallucinating? Not that I know that the bot does this. I haven't seen it yet. And I think nobody tried it yet on our Discord. But not to sort of like get you to try to get it to hallucinate. But we're in a testing phase at the moment. It's a free trial for us, and we sort of like want to figure out if it fits for the future, if it can stay, if it is actually a help, and if it should stay and can stay in our Discord to actually like improve support times. Because as I just said, like today is a holiday, tomorrow sort of like is an in-between day as well. A couple of us have taken tomorrow off as well. So support answers will be slower. Just due to the nature. We're not paying anybody extra for support, so it's only us, and it's us during the time when we're available. So a bot was explicitly a good idea for that. So that something is available 24/7 and giving you at least maybe the words to look for and sort of like bootstrap it. So yeah. Also, feedback is welcome. I think I asked this our contributors already, if we should integrate that bot into the regular community helps community chat. Currently, it's in the support bot channel, which is a little bit further down in the list. Maybe I will move it up into the regular area where everything is in there, and where also the help chat is in there, so you can find it more easily. But yeah, those are things we're thinking about. Those are things we're considering at the moment. And yeah, give us feedback. Let us know in the comments below. Let us know on Discord. The link to Discord is in the description. And just go ahead and give us your thoughts, your feelings, and everything in between. Well then, I guess this was the main thing that I wanted to bring out. Maybe some other stuff. The community wiki in general, we're starting letting more people in. Innovate to Death has an account. Avoid the Hack has an account. If you are part of the community and you're very active in helping others, and if you feel like, well, why don't they have an FAQ for that? If you don't want anything to do with the wiki itself, write the FAQ, send it to me, and I will put it on the wiki. If you want to actually contribute live in the wiki, create pages yourself, update pages, get in touch. It's called Safe in Community Wiki because we want to let others in there. We will require an email address from you. We asked the contributors who are already there if they would want a Discord integration as well, so that you, instead of an email address, could use the Discord bot. But what they're saying is email is easier and they don't want the connection with Discord, and I so understand. So some email, you can create a free Proton email just for that if you want. Look after it. Let's be careful that you don't get this account hacked and that somebody goes in. But it has versioning. It's our wiki has a Git backup of everything, like with versions. So if you see a blog where you're like, well, somebody destroyed the meaning of this page, you can look into the history, and you can sort of like tell us, and we will update it and roll it back to a version that's actually like correct or anything. So lots of small things, I guess, today, which I want to share. We're working on a couple of things for bigger updates for the future. I think we last time talked about a little bit of the Portmaster roadmap. But as I said, like 2 days off this week is a little bit, of course, often makes everything a little bit slower. And I hope you understand. Great. Well then, in general, I see, like, I created this, back to the Discord, I created this telephone booth channel. I saw some people in there already talking. I just wanted to give a place on our Discord because typically people, when I use Discord personally, I typically talk with people. I don't chat as much. We are almost chat exclusive Discord, of course, where everything is written. And yeah, so I created a telephone booth. I also have been talking with the contributors about maybe getting the Me6 bot in there to sort of like create more temporary channels and everything. But like the Me6 bot, and I don't know about, I have not heard about it. I know servers where it's still in use, but apparently it has gone a little bit like on the shady side. And so we won't be using it. And I also on a podcast where I've been on recently, let know that what bots you use is important. They have rights, read rights typically, right, changing rights and so on. So with the privileges that they have, you need to be wary who is in control of that bot or who could gain access to that bot, which is installed on your platform. So look out! Don't just add everything because it makes your life easier, just this teeny tiny bit. But I guess you all know this. Just wanted to make sure to include it there, that you know that because we have this AI bot, this sort of like came in a similar like situation, but it was not, oh, we want to add bots everywhere. It just like we had this idea. We wanted to do a Discord bot, which is integrating with our Reddit and our GitHub for the longest time, and we sort of like have been waiting for this. We wanted to do a GitHub bot, which is sort of like pointing people towards the wiki, pointing people towards the Discord, because there's an active community who could help and stuff like that, and sort of like getting some bots in there. And we figured out that sort of like, I think it just happened. Yeah, we did not figure out anything. Like, it just happened that we're sort of like at this point now where we're like, okay, let's stop and sort of like do all the bot things because they will help us immensely in regards to sort of like help in regards to support bots, support help, support requests. There are so many GitHub issues which are open where I'm like, well, seen that 4, 5, 6 times in the last half year. And I understand. I so understand. I don't, if I write an issue, I typically don't search for it typically. I'd say I don't search for it every time. I try to be better there, but I so understand if people, like if we've been that third issue that month and you don't do the search beforehand and stuff like that, I understand that you don't search for it. So just getting the wiki link, because the wiki has a cool search feature in there as well. And if it's already in the FAQ, then just, just do the thing that's in the FAQ and it probably will work. If that does not work, then tell us as well. And I will update the FAQ. I will update the wiki page. And we decided to opt for wiki.js just because it's easier to edit so that the information can be more up to date faster. The docs page always had was a combination of where we rendered GitHub issues, which have been the FAQs, and some other stuff, and we're sort of like we moved to this new wiki.js implementation. Also, of course, to give you people like an easier access and see what you get editor or just Markdown. Which is it's a very cool Markdown editor. If you need a wiki, a shout out to wiki.js. They have a very cool open source platform there, which runs beautifully. I think they also have a DigitalOcean droplet. We don't use it, but I used it on a personal project way back, and this is the reason why we opted and went with that solution. Well then, I guess. Yeah. From my side, there have not been any questions in the Discord in regards to this episode, and I don't want to just pick random other questions from support tickets, which I have not checked with people in advance. So I guess I'll call this a wrap up. Just as a reminder, if you are on the Discord, just write in the thread which I create. Try to do a week before the live stream, but I have it open right now, and I will have it open next time as well. If you can make it into to the live chat itself, write it in advance, and we will still answer it live. Maybe with some preparation, which of course is nice and is fine as well. But you can write it there. You, of course, can write it in the comments below and get it for the next episode. You can also write an email if you want. I think I put in the description support at safing. That's just fine. But please, if one of those questions, we gotten some with no response emails from within Portmaster. You can send emails from Not Get Safing, so that you don't have to share an email address with us. And I'm not sure if those have been like intended for the live stream. If they are next time, please write this in there as well. Yeah, just because there was some information in there, and I don't. If the person writing it in did not give the explicit consent to me sharing it, I won't. So just to be sure on all sides, if you want to write in a question anonymously through Portmaster, actually is an interesting way as well. But clearly label it, please. Clearly label it as for the live stream. Great then. I wish you a beautiful day. Hopefully also a great weekend. As I said, I'm not sure if we are going to, like, how much we're going to be available tomorrow. And also the Discord, I'm not too sure. I see a couple of like unread messages at the moment in there. I try to get back to them through like the days. I have been working today. I will somewhat be working tomorrow, but we'll see. Okay, then thank you all for watching. Thank you for using the Portmaster, for subscribing to the SPN through Portmaster Unlimited, and I